Good morning, student. Today, I present the new topic of the new development in criminology as the impact of the development of crimes in recent days. Please have a look to the PowerPoint that presents various approaches in criminology. You may be aware that expertise have different perspectives to analyze the cause of crimes in criminology. Here I modified Sandra Walklett categorized on divergent approach, that is classical, positivism, radical, and contemporary or new criminology. In previous class, I have discussed several theories in classical and positivism. Now I move to discuss about the radical and contemporary criminology. The radical theory focused to discuss on what is the role of state in crimes. The radical theory argued that state has a very important role to support or to lead to criminal conduct in our society. State becomes one of the factors that can lead to resistance and criminal conduct. How does it happen? The radical theory emphasized that the emptiness and the lack of the laws and policies and governments can lead to the less guidelines or to the less control in society. The other way around, the repressive law might also provide resistance in society. Besides, criminality may also as the cause of the gap in implementing the law and policies or the emptiness of monitoring mechanism within the law. In conclusion, the radical theory re-emphasizes the role of the state to manage public order. Now, I want to move to discuss about the contemporary or new criminology approach. The contemporary criminology actually developed on the basis of more recent study on new different crimes, the intensify of the crimes because of new technology, or new perspective in seeing the problems. The environmentalists, feminists, technologists contribute to the development of this new study. Therefore, some theory in this category include cyber or technology criminology, feminist criminology, and green criminology. In global, there are large discussions about this topic, so I think we need to know about this as well. Till now, I will elaborate about the cybercriminology. In the last meeting, students are required to attend the seminar on personal data and right to privacy. This session is to reflect from the seminar and to link it with the new directions of criminology, particularly on cybercriminology. I have posed a question for students to be answered in the last seminar, that is, whether the lack of regulations on data privacy rights will create certain behavior that can state a kind of criminal conduct. I will reflect the student answer about it by the end of this presentation. If we discuss about cybercriminology again, the concept of criminology, particularly on this issue, is what are the causes of the crimes? This question is very important to be answered in order to discuss what works for preventing or reducing crimes. So, what is cybercriminology? I will repost the definition came from Jay Sankar that cybercriminology is the study of causes of the crimes that occur in cyberspace and its impact in physical space. This definition is very straightforward to find out the cause of the cybercrime. Yet the question is, what does it mean by physical space? Actually, there is a new situation where the space is no longer as physical space, but it is as anti-spatial. It is virtual, with no boundaries or border geographically. This makes cybercrime is interested to be studied in cybercriminology. If we look at the disciplinary, cybercriminology is interdisciplinary that need to involve other perspectives such as sociology, victimology, and of course, IT and computer science. So, what is the cybercrimes as the scope of study on cybercriminology? Cybercrime can be called as computer crimes or technology crimes or internet crimes, can be categorized in three. Crimes against the technology or the machine, which mean the crime addressed to destroy or to steal or to hijack directly against the technology or the machine. The second one is the crime that utilize technology or internet. In this situation, the original crimes exist, but the internet is utilized as the method to support the crimes. The other category is that crime in machine. Ngo and Jaisankar make two categories in relations in crime in machine. Whether the crime exists through the internet, it might intensively or intensifying the existing crime such as bully transformed into cyberbully, or fraud through online banking system, or sexual violence changed into cyber sexual violence. The other category is related to the content that can trigger others to conduct further violence, for example, stalking or suicide bombing. With regard to the development of law in global, in 2001, European Union has established Convention on Crimes, called as Budapest Convention on Cybercrime. There are 9 categories of cybercrime in this particular convention. So it is related to machine as well as the content. For example, illegal access, illegal interceptions, data interference, computer related to forgery, system interference, misuse of device, computer related to fraud, offense related to child pornography, and offense related to infringement of copyright and related right. In this particular convention, it has a strong focus on data information and the violation of privacy. Comparing with existing theory criminology, whether it is classical or positivism, cybercriminology is a new area as quite different with previous theory that is focused to study about the characteristic of the crime in certain geographical or culture in society. Here, cybercriminology discusses cybercrime which does not base on geographical location or distinctive social or specific cultural groups. The victims are various, yet it can be identified as anybody who use cyber, whether child, adult, women, and men. They are potential become victims, or those who has data and information in cyber. Now, I want to go back to the discussion in seminar on data privacy March 12, 2020 in our faculty. The breach data privacy is one of the significant crimes in recent days. This crime can lead to different crimes. How does it happen? Referred to radical criminology, the breach and violation of data privacy might be as the cause of lack of law on policy. However, if we use the radical criminology to analyze the gap in law, we need to know what law does exist and which law that has gap. We also need to discuss what is the impact of the emptiness or the gap of the laws for developing new other crimes. In seminar, we notice that the violation of data privacy has created harm economically, psychologically, or other kind of harm to those who are the victims of crimes. Sexual cybercrime is one of the examples to see the seriousness impact to the victim. Here, we then discuss the link between criminology and criminal law. But the lack of law and policy does not the only reason. Several studies have presented there are different factors that may lead to criminal behaviors on cyber. Studies focused on cyber terrorism have findings from different angles. For example, how young generations involved or eager to involve in terrorism recruit through cyber. Another example is about cyberbullying that are very massive happens in school, including in Indonesia. Some argue it is because the system of school is a good atmosphere for the rise of violence culture. So, that studies on cybercrimes through the lens of criminology need to look at different roles of governments, state, society, individual, or even company, including media platform. This is important not only to identify the crime, but also to prevent or to reduce cybercrime. So, I want to close my session today by challenge you, the students of victimology, criminology and victimology in Faculty of Law. So, the challenge is that please identify which law that has gap with regard to cyber crimes. You can again access my information through ELISA platform in UGM. Thank you very much. Stay healthy and always success in your study.